Yes, good morning, friends. Now, the next topic is called as decision control and looping statements. Looping statements and the decision control. Now, in some situations, it is necessary to check the condition to make a decision, right? In our life, not only in our life also, in some situations are like that. In that situations, it is very necessary to check the condition, and after that, you can take the decision, right? This involves the performing of a logical test. This test results in either true or false depending upon the result and the statements to be executed. After that, the control transfer to the statements. The control transfer to the statements. The program and starts the execution. This is known as conditional execution. See how it works. In our C, provides a variety of conditional control statements. For your syllabus, it's a if statement, if else, nested if, and switch statement. Now just comes to here. The first we will discuss about the if statement. Right? In if statement, this is used to execute a statement or set of statements conditionally. Right? If statement is a statement, it can be used to execute a statement or set of statements. It may be a single or it may be a group of statements. Right? Now it is a simple statement. It is also called one way branching. Hence a logical condition is tested which results in either true or false. If the result is true, then the statement immediately follow the a statement of if is executed. If the condition is false, then the control transfer next statements which is outside the body of the if. See, look at here comes to here. This is the general syntax of if condition. If condition, write the statements. Right. If this condition is true, if this condition is true, it execute the statements which are present inside the if loop. Inside the if the condition is false, then it can execute the statements which are present outside the if loop. Let just remember only this much. It is if, right? If, write the condition. This is the general syntax. Write the condition. Write some statements here. Statement 1, for example. Statement 2. If the condition is true, it execute the statement 1. If the condition is false, it execute the statement 2. Right? The general syntax is if condition, open the if, write some statements. If this condition is true, it can execute the statements which are present within the if loop. Within the if the condition is false, it's going to execute the statements which are present outside the loop. This is about the if statement, and very important one. Now just comes and look at the flow chart of if. Right, this is the flow chart. Flow chart means whatever now I explained the general syntax of the if, the same thing is represented by the pictorially, that is called flow chart. By using charts we can declare, right? See here, this is the condition, that is if condition. If the condition is true, it execute the statements which are present within the loop. If the condition is false, then it can execute the statements which are present outside the loop. Those are called as next statements. This is about the if. Right? Now just have a look of a small program. Write a program to illustrate if statement. Preprocessor, open the main. Integer is a number. Printf, enter a number. Scanf, just read the number. If number is modulus by 2, means divide by 2, or the modulus by 2, which is not equal to 0, then printf this is odd number. If the remainder is equals to 0, then it prints the even number. That we don't want here, right? See, if the number, right, if the remainder, when a number is divided by 2, if the remainder is 0, if the remainder is not equals to 0, then just print the odd numbers, right? Say here, enter a number is 13, right? This is odd number because if you 13 is divided by 2, the remainder is 1, so it is an odd number, right? Here we are checking the condition. So if is a statement, here first it check the condition and after that it can execute the statements, right? Check the condition and execute the statements. That is about the if. Now the next statement is called as if else statement. The if statement is used, the if statement is used to execute only one action. If there are there are two or more statements to be executed alternatively, then if else statement is used. If only we are checking, if only one condition, if we are executing only one statement, then we are go through the if, right? If we are executing more than one statements alternatively or the continuously, then we can go through the if else. The if else statement is two-way branching. If else statement is a two-way branching. If condition is true, then statement 1 is executed, otherwise statement 2 is executed. In if there is no statement 2, only statement 1 is there. Here the difference between if and if else is, here the two statements are there. General syntax: if first it check the condition, if the condition is true, it can execute the statement 1 up to this there is a if, right? See here, up to this there is a if, right? Statement 1. If else, right? If it check the condition is true, it can execute the statement 1 else part aata, right? It comes to the else. If the condition is false, then it can execute the statement 2, means it can execute the else part. There is no else part in the if, right? Only one part, that is condition part. Here else part is there. If the condition is true, it can execute the statement 1. If the condition is not satisfied, if the condition is false, then it can execute the else part, that is statement 2 to be executed. Now comes here, that is a flow chart for if else. If condition, if it is true, condition is true, execute the statement 1. Condition is false, execute the statement 2, that is else part, right? And go on the executing next statements. Now just look at a small example on if else. Write a program to illustrate if else statement. Preprocessor directive, main function, int m comma n, printf, enter the value of m and n, then scanf %d, read the value ampersand m ampersand n. If m is equals to n, then print m and n are equal. If both are equal, then print m and n are equal. See, otherwise go for else part, m and n are not equal, right? Now the output of the program is enter the value of m and n, 2 comma 6, m is 2, n is 6 are unequal. Enter the value of m and n, right? 56, yes, both are equal, it will prints, right? This is about the if and if else statements. Now the next statement is nested, left is nested statement and if statement. We will see in the next video. Up to that, just see the full video and go on practice the programs. If you have any doubt, just comment me. Okay, if you want the notes, just I'll upload the notes also, scan copy, just go on reading, follow the channel. Okay, thank you.